Hello everybody and welcome back to the No More Heroes walkthrough. It's time for the final part of proper gameplay extras in the form of the last half of all of the Assassination gigs. And actually this is a lot shorter than I thought it was, because I thought it was going to be like half an hour long. No, actually. We are going to have a couple of rather long missions, but the reason that this is shorter is because well, I'll let you see for yourselves. But we begin with Pizza Butt, the finale. Which is a ridiculously difficult mission, because, you know, all of these guys are Katana enemies, and they are dangerous! So it's kind of quite difficult to get to the target. Having said that, that went remarkably well, all things considered. If you want to get a chance at getting the gold rank, which I have no idea how I did, then you want the charge attack, because that will be an absolute godsend. You get 75,000 LB dollars, as you saw, and the reward for... you get it for completing the minesweeping mission, but... yeah, I love that there is the build-up through the 3 Pizza Butts missions, and then you get the payoff in the sequel, which does come out of completely nowhere, but it's a cool little touch. And now we have another of these blooming kill-using wrestling moves only missions. And this is way, way, way harder than the first one, because there are a lot of guys who use guns in this. And yeah, that's not fun. You've got 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and the reward is 5,000 LB dollars per kill. But yeah, good luck trying to kill everyone. You need to kill everyone to get the gold rank. But considering these guys run away at the nearest kind of thing of potentially being killed, it's a bloody massive challenge. Especially considering you get kind of hit by a gun, and yeah, if you've gotten one of the skills from Lovikov's balls and stuff, then that is a way in which you can speed up this process. If you hold down the B button, then you get a much more powerful kick, which generally automatically flings the enemies into the dazed state for you to be able to pull off the wrestling moves. But it's a pain to pull off, especially when you are under fire, as we are here. And especially when there are 3 of these twits circling us. It's... oh. Yeah, the latter half of these assassination missions are just sometimes really not fun, and actually very mean. This isn't the worst. Oh no, that's about to come. But oh my good grief, this one is not pleasant. Although saying that, I think I did remarkably well, considering never played this mission before in my life. And also, generally don't use wrestling moves in combat. It's probably something that I should have learnt to do, because it can be incredibly helpful in levels, but I just found it more fun to hit things with my sword. I guess I'm just a little bit more violent than I would have liked to be. Yeah, 1 guy off! So close. So close. And yet so far. So you can get 70,000 LB dollars, but yeah, I just sucked miserably. Thankfully, we now have another pretty decent money raising tactic. I mean, it's easily quite difficult. Oh no, not this one. This one's kind of I'm thinking about the next one. I'm just getting way ahead of myself. This one is just really, really easy. 2 minutes, 5,000 LB dollars per kill, just run through the train. There is absolutely nothing else to it. And if you remember when I did the Extreme Fight Assassination gig, it's basically just this one, but upside down. I do believe that there is, at the end, a few more enemies, but yeah. Well, I have to say, if you are wanting money at this point in the game of a normal playthrough, and you managed to get a good ranking on, well, a gold on the, or at least complete the graffiti cleaning mission, then yeah, this is a pretty decent and quick game to do. 50,000 LB dollars at a time for not that long. Works out alright in the end, really. But this is the one that I was talking about before, because it's another baseball battle round. Now, I believe that technically this is the most difficult. Well, it would make sense for it to be the most difficult. But you get 7,000 LBs per kill, which is pretty damn nice. And if you manage to hit everybody in, I think it's one ball more so than any of the other hits, then that's not bad. And I actually succeeded! I'm very proud of that. Because of all my failings in the previous baseball minigame things, that was just horrible. So to get everybody killed in this one, I am so proud of that. And now we get to my favourite of the Assassination gigs, Extreme Fight. It does say like the rewards are secret, but yeah, you end up with like 70,000 LB dollars at a time. So for me at least it made sense that it was just the quickest and easiest way to get money. Because you are only using up like a minute on the timer. And 70,000 LB dollars a minute? Sounds good to me. There's probably better games than this, but I don't know, I think I just got comfortable. It's a bad habit, really. You get comfortable doing certain things in a game, and it feels weird to try doing anything else, so you just don't really try new things. You're just like, yeah, just mosey on along, it'll be fine. But yeah, there we go, Extreme Fight done and done. And as you can see, 70,000 LB dollars. Nickety split. And now we start getting on to some of the more challenging missions. So this one is called Armed Hoods. Basically, you are fighting a bunch of enemies, well, a bunch of gun enemies. The mission ends when all the targets are dead. You only have 3 minutes. It's okay, because it's on the train, so they've not really got a lot of room to manoeuvre. But I think towards the end they do throw quite a number of enemies at you, so you've got to be quite careful. But it's 7,000 LB dollars per kill, so potentially quite good for you. And I think we will shortly see whether you end up getting more money in the end out of this. I can't quite remember. Also, lovely little glitch there. You know, just getting stuck on nothing. Also, I love how my instinct was go to the guy at the back, because that's going to be the one with the gun. And the one with the gun was right at the front, and it was just like, I am an idiot. Massive bloody idiot. And yeah, so you are potentially going to get, well, you are going to get over 70,000 LB dollars for this mission. So technically this is a better money-making mission. Although having said that, it is noticeably just a smidge longer than Extreme Fight. By about 20 seconds-ish. So it depends, do you want the extra 14,000 LB dollars for an extra 20 seconds of work? It's up to you. Oh, I remember this one. This one's horrible. So Speed Jack. 2 minutes. 5,500 LB dollars per kill. On the bus. And before you actually get to go on the mission, you will end up having this cutscene of getting on the bus driving onto the highway, and yeah, not a fan of the fights on the buses because it's just so cramped and terrifying. Because there's so many of them in such a small space that it's just very easy to get overwhelmed. But here we go, I hope this goes somewhat well. I mean, at least I know for a fact that it goes better than the next mission. Not the next mission, the mission after that. Once again, I'm just getting myself all confused over what the hell's happening. It's the curse of spending this amount of time on assassination gigs, because nobody does this. Why did I think, yes, brilliant plan, just do everything in everything. Just making a mountain out of a molehill for the amount of work I need to do. But at least, you know, it's a semi-unique selling point. So I suppose it's positive. And that actually went a lot quicker than I thought it would. So that's another pretty damn helpful money mission. Like 82,000 500 LB dollars for 50 seconds, so it's even shorter than Extreme Fight. Obviously I didn't have that one available to me at the time, because Scorpion Extermination, and I hate that mission, it's evil. But now we get on to one which is, I think, technically the best way to get money if you are skilled. Because it is Gamble Fight. Essentially, you have 3 minutes to kill as many enemies as possible. You get 1,500 LB dollars per kill, which means that if you go over 100,000, well, 100 enemies, that's like 150,000 LBs, which is actually glorious. Having said that, getting to 100 is challenging, because there are a lot of enemies. If you have the energy saver bought and on your Tsubaki, then this is a lot easier, because you don't have to frantically recharge your batteries every now and again. And also, I believe if you used the charged attacks, that can also be an absolute godsend. It's just generally a whole thing of bit of luck, bit of skill. You can get a lot of money from this thing. Obviously, as with the Speed Jack, it's only available from the Scorpion Extermination mission, but this is a good one. Its only fault is that it's 3 minutes long, and unless you die, you're going to be here for 3 minutes. So whereas you could get 160,000 LB dollars in the space of 2 minutes ish. I mean, obviously you have to drive to and from places, and also for much less stress. It's just, is this worth it or not? I mean, if you are very, very skilled, then probably yes, this is the quickest way to get money. But unfortunately I am not quite that good. Although it is completely a lot of fun to just obliterate such a large number of enemies. Then again, maybe that's just the ever so slightly sadistic side in me coming out. Because I mean, I was reading a thread on NeoGAF the other day which was referring to an article that was saying that there's too much of a saturation of violence within video games today. And, I mean, as you can probably tell from pretty much a lot of the games that I've done over the years, there's a lot of violence in gaming out there. There really is. And I've not even touched, like, the really mainstream stuff like Call of Duty and all of that. So, I guess growing up in this world of generally very violent video games, not very, very violent, but there being a mass saturation of violence within the industry, I've kind of grown used to it, and I guess that's kind of developed a little bit of a sadistic side when it comes to killing just artificial enemies. Obviously, I'm not a crazy psychopath who is incredibly sadistic. No, I'm actually probably remarkably innocent in so many things.
Welcome.
It's just that when it comes to games, different rules, so that stuff kind of may come out a little bit stronger than it would anywhere else. Anyway, here is the hardest mission in the game. Single strike. Basically, you need to kill every single... Well, the goal is kill every single enemy without taking a hit. 10,000 LB dollars per kill and 2 minutes to do this in. The only way you're going to get through this is by shaking the nunchuck to do the sort of jumping stab, or jumping swipe, and then down stab the enemies, but only do it when there's not an enemy just about to shoot you. This is basically like a lot of the free fights, but yeah. I sucked incredibly badly at that. There is no way in hell I was going to attempt to do that again, because I'm not that good. I get hit all the time, and I mean especially from the good enemies, so it's just like, it is not worth it. So you're not seeing the entirety of Single Strike, because I'm simply not good enough. But at least you see what it's like to fail at something. Either way, just stay clear of that one. Go for Battle Killing Center instead, it's much more fun. Because 3,000 LB dollars per kill, 2 minutes to just slaughter a large number of the clone humans, and obviously they die very quickly. Or at least I seem to think they did. They're not that quick, but they're very, very, very easy to destroy. So, yeah. Apparently these guys are clones. I mean, I guess that makes sense considering, you know, the wireframe that seems to be covering their body. But, yeah, in the grand scheme of things, this is just a nice, fun, easy finale mission after the hideousness that is Single Strike. Never going back to that thing again. But yeah, this is... well, that has been all of the side jobs, all of the assassination needs available in No More Heroes. Obviously, there are the ones that they added for Heroes Paradise, aka Guard Break, Power Down Battle, Big Bang Anarchy, Shortcake Freaks, and Crowded Train Carnage. I have no idea actually what happens in those, but I'm sure you can make assumptions based on what the titles are. It generally makes sense. Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed actually getting to see every single one of these, because Lord knows, I'm sure they don't get shown off enough. I mean, there's a reason for that, because there's a lot of tedium about them, but still. And I hope you will join me in the next part for the final extra of No More Heroes, which it's going to be so much fun, I can tell you now.